it all by myself. I was like, why can I not get on here? I'm really rubbish with anything technical. I've got my onesie on. Got my Superman drink. Well, actually I'm talking to nobody at the minute, so I'll wait till you all come in from my other stream. I'll just wait for you all to come in. I did it! I can show you some pictures now, people. I'm so happy that this isn't my new phone, this is my old one because I can't. And this is my old one because I can't get on my new one because I haven't got a SIM card, so I've got to wait till tomorrow. But it means I've got pictures to show you, people. Whoop whoop. And it's a good day today as well, like it always is. Even though my phone's not working yet. Hi. So I'm gonna show you some of my show you some of my artwork from, I don't think I've done much this week. And then I'm on Facebook again, but I'm gonna be putting a page up for my art stuff because I'm not using it like I did before because I don't really like Facebook. We know we don't really like Facebook, but I've got some stuff to talk about after my art stuff, and I'm not really gonna collage today. I'm gonna cut pieces out while I'm chatting because well, I'll show you in a minute. Just let me grab something before I forget why you're all just coming in. Yeah, I'm back on Facebook, Sue. I saw your little grandbaby in the, I think it was yours, in the pumpkin outfit, but I'm going to try and do, it's mainly really to try and advertise my handmade stuff and that really, I don't really want to use Facebook for that much else, but, So, I'm going to show you some of my art stuff first. Yeah, I'm going to make a page up and then I'll let you know what name it's under. It most likely will be Dolly Daydream because it's easier. So when I've put it up, that page, because I'll be doing a lot of stuff off here on there as well, I will, yeah, he did. I will let you all know, and you can come over if you want to. So, I'm going to show you my artwork and a little bit of the collage that I was going to do while I'm sat here, but I just thought I want to cut some bits out for, some people have seen this before, because I'm going to talk about intentions as well, because if you want to keep if you don't think you're good at putting intentions out, some people have seen this before, you need to make a vision board, people. I have talked about this before, so we'll redo it. I used to put paper on here and then stick the things on, then take it down when I'd had it up long enough, but I think I'm just going to actually stick on this and then just keep going over it and over it and over it. A vision board. So a vision board, it's like collaging. You stick bits on that you'd like to come into your life. It doesn't matter if you think, oh, that's too big or I'd never get that. You just put it on your board and put it somewhere where you can see it. So in the morning, if it's in your bedroom, you might see it first thing in the morning. Your subconsciousness is going to see it and put those thoughts out to the universe for you, if you've heard of that before. So I'm going to sit and cut some bits out and stick it on the vision board, because how I do intention, well, I'm going to talk about it in a minute. I'm going to show you my artwork first, because when I do intentions, I tend to get my incense in the morning, put that there. If I get a chance to go in the garden, I'll sit with a coffee in the morning, even if it's just 5 minutes, if it's not too cold, and think about my intentions in the morning. Or sat here, I don't really have breakfast in the morning now, but with a first coffee while little one's having his breakfast, getting ready for nursery, I will think about the things I want to put out, and I do it that way. But I always try and remember in the day, along the day, to try and remember. So if bad thoughts come in, snap it out and think of the intentions that you were putting out, because it's all about positivity. As I've said before, sending it out comes back to you. So I'm just going to show you a bit of my artwork before I start yakking on with a bit more of that. It's a mixed bit of Tesla, because we've all got excited because Q's come back, so that's a positive thing anyway. But yeah, I'll show you my artwork first, and then I'll talk a little bit and then have a chit chat with what's been going on, and I can show you some pictures this time, so that's good. West Virginia Valley just got over now. Oh yeah, I'll be catching up with that later. I will be catching up with it later. So I've done. I don't know what I've done. Oh yeah, who asked me about the collage picture? I've done it. I think it's rather cute, so I'm going to show you. Remember, I did this one when we first started, so that was the first one. You know, just sticking the bits in. Started when I started with you new ones, and then last week's I think. Yeah, we'll be doing a new Facebook page. When I've put it up and got it going, I will let you know. This was the one from last week, remember? We said we'd do a Q, so I've collaged the Q letter. I drew the girl myself and collaged the rest of it, and it was a Q. And it says thank you, and then that was the other side of it. I know it's the wrong way around, the writing. Taking control of your wellness. Because like I said, doing art, drawing, painting, collaging, if you find that easier, is a good way of relaxing and taking your mind away from other things and putting it onto the positive. So that was last week's. Now, does anyone remember, if you were here last week, what I got asked to do this week? What picture I was going to collage? Because I've done it. Does anyone remember? Yes, I'll be doing, Val, I'll be doing loads of stuff like that in the near future. I'll be doing bits and bobs of different things, you know, chucking stuff out there so you can learn as well, because I know Sue's done it before, books and stuff. So, let's see, does anyone remember? Thank you. I don't know if anyone remembers, it might not be on you asked me. So I got asked to do, well, it was meant to be, I think, like, was it a warrior? Instead of a sword, holding a flower and a shield and a flower. So my what I came up with was this. So I've collaged it. The wings and the dress was somebody, and I cut the head off, and I've drawn my own face in. Oh, thanks, Sue. I've drawn the rest of the body and everything and collaged the back, and it says Warrior of Light. So this is the Warrior of Light. Oh, that was the one I did the other day when I was sort of finishing it off with you lot last week. So this one is it says keep dreaming, keep believing, don't stop believing. I'll be singing again. Na, 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 da, da, da. White flowers, which is very convenient because I will be going through that picture I was telling you about, because now I can show the picture if you haven't seen it off Twitter, what I was talking about the other day. It says sweet dreams, Warrior of Light, and here she is. Ah, can you see? She's got little angel boots on because she flies. They've got wings on. I've drawn the legs in. The dress was a body with a head. I think it was a statue with wings. So I've gone round that, drawn the head on. She's got a shield with love and wings. There's the flower sword, butterflies. I've stuck them on. And that was the Warrior of Light, because that's what we all are. And then this little thing here was, I cut this out. It was a little girl holding a compass, because I said, it's not about, you know, we don't have to go down with the religious route, you know. We're all together anyway. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's your moral compass at the end of the day. You know right from wrong. You know, we just need to unite. So there she is. The Warrior of Light. I will be doing some covers for my books as well, in, you know, my artwork as well. So that is her. Yes, they are whimsical. I'm into whimsical Jane Davenport sort of stuff. I love it. So that was that one. I thought it was really cute. Yep, exactly. Good versus evil. Exactly. Now, I sat today and I thought, what can I do that is still a bit Q-ish? And also, my dad sent me this picture. Are you ready for it? And I thought, well, we know about, you know, down the rabbit hole and all that. So, I don't know where my dad found this picture, but it's JFK Jr. when he was younger. Are you ready? White rabbit. That's JFK Jr. when he was younger with the white rabbit. So I thought, I know. I'll do the white rabbit with the clock, but it's the where we go one, we go all clock with a boom on it. So I've started putting a bit of it together, and when I finish it, I will show you next week, because I'm not going to do this now. I'm going to try and cut some bits out. It's quite hard to talk to everyone and cut bits out for my vision board. I've started, it looks a bit weird at the minute, rabbits. So there's the rabbit, and I've started pasting the bits of paper on. It'll look different when I've finished it, and then I'm going to have a Q clock here, with the star hanging off, where we go on, we go all boom. Obviously that's the wrong way around, a heart. And obviously it'll look totally different when I've finished it. So, why is someone saying stop streaming? So yes, that will be nice when it's finished off. So I'm doing the white rabbit. Also, I said, yeah, you can steal me. I'll come to the USA. Apparently, I'm not allowed to talk about it because I'm not, Christian. I'm not American, because I did actually know I wasn't American. Yeah, my coffee's warm. I've got a bit of amaretto in it. I've got coffee and distilled water in my Superman cup. I did say I was going to try and start sketching some buildings or things outside that I wouldn't normally sketch, because I like to do whimsical girls and all that. So I sat in the garden today, putting my intentions out in the garden, because that's another thing you must go out in because it is good for you. And I started sketching sort of my garden shed. The only lie about this picture is it hasn't got a heart on the door and it hasn't got bunting on it, but yeah. Anyway, so I've not finished it. It's just in its before state, so it's nowhere near finished. But if you can see, it'll look totally different when it's finished. These are sweet pea at the bottom. I'll have some yellow flowers there. This is the garden shed. Oh, and another white light. It hasn't got a wind chime hanging off here. I've actually got one like that with a hook, but it's not actually on my shed. It's in the garden, but in my mind, it was on my shed. So it sort of looks like that. So, and I've got to put the sky in and everything. And as we're talking about the sky, I've been seeing things in the sky. I did put this on YouTube, I think I did. Walking down the street, going to nursery to pick my son up, and I'm like, something told me to look up, and I was looking at the clouds thinking, oh yeah, the sun, and I love looking up. And I'm sorry, this just looked like an angel to me. Some people might think whatever, but I was like, the shape of it, like body, big wings. I was like, I see a lot of wispiness in the sky. I was just like, oh my God, that's gorgeous. So let me find my other pictures. I don't know what anyone thinks about that picture. I have seen people I've seen people take pictures of that sort of shape before, if you can see. Well, the light's making it a bit like... I don't know if that was a better one. Make it a bit bigger. See? It actually looked better not on camera. It actually looked better in the sky. So there was that. Thank you. So, two other things. I'm trying to finish my books off. I'm getting around to it and getting distracted at the same time. So one of them's finished with a little it resembled an angel to me, but yeah, dove a piece. My little crocheting work here. This is one of I call them like handbag notebooks, because it's small enough to fit in your handbag. All handmade, everything's handmade. And you get 4 of the removable different coloured notebooks inside that are sewn in but come out of the elastic, so you can remove them and slot new ones in, either if you're buying them off me, or you can get like these sort of notebooks, but these are handmade anyway. So, and you get 4 notebooks inside. And what I do with these is, they do come with paper clips, but they're not on yet, and a pen. Is one book I use for jotting stuff down, another book I use for shopping list, another book I use for Christmas list at the back, or other things. You can use each book as a different thing. So I think they're quite good. And it's got a little, like I said, hand crocheted little flower on. It probably have something else added to it, and some paper clips as well as like a little page marker in your notebook. Thank you. Yeah, so I've got this one. These are what will be going up on Facebook along with my other books and all my handmade gifts that I'm going to be making and selling. different colours. This one's another one, you know, with different coloured books inside. So I've got to get making more of these at weekend because I think they're lovely gifts for Christmas. Yes, I will big my hand making things up because I love doing it, and I think people would appreciate them as well. Lovely gifts, handmade from the heart and the soul. So I'll just plug myself there. Trying to think if I've been doing anything else. I don't know. I can't think because I do too much sometimes. But I want a metal shop built on my land. I know. It'd just be great if people could have all the things they wanted. And I didn't even see what you put. Oh, yeah, you know, you can make money on all this stuff. Yeah, I've sold some of my books before. Yeah, Q-Drop. Well, Q-Drops, because I think this is going to be mixed up. This chat is going to be so mixed up today because I said it was just so mixed up because it's just so mixed up. So, yeah, Q-Drops. I'll get into that in a minute because what I was talking about before, the other day, I just need to show you the picture. When I was talking about... yeah. Well, do you know what? People say protect your drawings and put the thingy on it, but people, they just nick stuff anyway, don't they? Get a scene if you're on YouTube, though, as in put the date on here. Who was the first one to do it? You'll be seen as a what do you call it? A thief. Where is it? Yeah, do you remember the picture I told you about of... If I've got it, saying if I've got it. I don't think... Oh, let me go and find it. Of did anyone see the picture of the one of the Kennedys with the masks on, the sort of the glasses? I'm gonna see if I can find it. Are you driving? Let me see if I can find it. I'm not sure. I think I've got it. Yeah, here it is. So, hi Dad, Q-Drop 2391. Is Trump a racist? Oh my God, are they at it again? Right, do you remember when I showed you that I talked about this picture? So we've got a guy here. Right, this is a picture from afar. The Kennedy family. Right, we've got the nose and the bushy eyebrows and the glasses, referring to Vincent Fusca. Randomly, I thought, looking at this picture, what's all that about? This is Halloween, by the way. I'm not saying it was a recent picture as in it was this Halloween. Could have been a few years back, but the point is, it doesn't matter. It's what's in that picture. Let's have a look. I said to my dad, oh, it's a bit weird, that picture. So they've all got these on, Vincent Fusca. Why is he stood with a lampshade on his head? Dark to light, Vincent Fusca, let's stand under a lampshade. Notice what they've got in their mouth. White roses. I'll come to that in a minute. Angel wings. It looks a bit random that they've got these bits here. He's got a red scarf round his head because JFK Jr. used to wear a red bandana or something round his hat or around his head in New York. So that's referring to JFK Jr. The hat, Texas, Dallas. Now I'm thinking, yeah, assassination. And when they went to Texas, so he's got a cowboy hat on because that's what it makes you think of. Then we've got, she's in a golden dress. I don't know if you can see this. What else was there? He's got shades on. Random bunch of flowers here behind their head. But what and you see the way they're holding the hands, like this. And like this. I know you can't see this properly on here. And the sleeves are up. JFK Jr., the way he holds his hands on his pictures. And it looks like a white Texas hat. Yeah, it's a bit greyish actually, but what I think the flowers were referring to, I did say the other day, yeah, all in disguise, I did say the other day, red roses, as I was finding out with certain symbols they put out, means sacrifice, red like blood. And someone said, and I said, surely if these flowers are, I don't know, they're either a light pink or white, here, they're obviously not red as you can see. I mean, for all we know, that could be JFK Jr. stood under the lamp. We can't see properly. And his hands is doing that thing. I'm sure I've seen that hand where he holds his hand with his finger out a bit like that. That could be him under there. We know he's alive anyway. Someone said the It was off Twitter. The White Roses, apparently when Jackie and JFK were in Dallas that day, they got sent roses, but they got sent the wrong colour and they got sent red, and he got assassinated. So, like I said, red is sacrifice. So it's funny how they've got white, they look like white or pinkish roses, they're not red, so that's a bit like, bit strange. But that picture, I don't know what it's Duff Beer. So he's got a can of beer there holding it, you can see that, I don't know. But if you look at the hand, see, Kennedy family, hands, you know when we've seen the rallies and stuff and people have I've got my new tablet, people are look at Vincent Fusca's hands, he does that, doesn't he? He could be anyone in this picture actually. I think he's done that with the way he's held something. And where's the one with the sleeves? Anyway, that was a picture, so I just wanted to show you. Also, have I got anything else to show you? This one was hilarious from Halloween. If no one's seen it, I know the writing's back to front. Hello from Poland. We had the chocolate bars associating what they were. You've got, I don't even know what his name is. I can't even say his name. Kaneki, the guy with the big afro who was that the one who was doing the Nike thing, the sacrifice thing? He says he's Zero, because there's a bar called Zero. Maxine Waters is nuts. Don't know if you can see, nuts. Weisenstein is Butterfinger. Don't know if you can see, I know it's a light. Hillary is it something called Whoopers? McCain, is it Rudio? I don't know what his name is. And Graham, the Three Musketeers. Flake is Goobers. McConnell is Rocky Road. And Trump. Hillary is sainted. Trump is, I don't know if you can see it. Let me make it bigger. Trump is Mr. Goodbar. So I thought that was hilarious. And then we had the, if anyone has seen this, we had the, let me see if I can get this. The military stood in what looks like the Q formation. For people who haven't seen this, bit of a coincidence, isn't it? And then after that we have, I'm not even cutting my bits out, so let's just pretend I am. Someone in the middle with a suit on with a stripy tie. Who's been wearing a stripy tie? I will show you after. Who's this? They did blur his face out a little bit. I can't see there. Who's this? It's my light on here, so I wonder if I put the light down, it'll... Probably won't. Oh. Stripy tie on. And then, odd one out it says. And then we've got... Sorry, I'm not looking in chat at the minute. We've got... someone put this great picture up. Seth Rich. They're saying someone here, this guy might be Seth Rich. We don't know yet, but JFK they're saying is this guy, and the hairline looks the same. Obviously his hair was thicker there and darker because he was younger. So yeah, Q Army. So see if we've got anything else. Oh, only the let me see if I can get a better picture. Remember I was talking about hope set for it. You never know. We never know. Remember I said earlier on today about Jackie and JFK when they first met and they got set up at a dinner, and the place where they got set up all that time ago was the place has gone up on the market, and I mean you can't write this stuff, can you? You ready? Was hang on. Screenshots was In May, like I said before, in May of 1951, John F. Kennedy and Jacqueline Kennedy were set up at a dinner party in Georgetown, a neighbourhood in Washington, D.C., where the couple later settled down after they married. Now, the site of the meeting is on the market. Scroll down for a look inside. Now, you can go on Google and find this yourself. It was at, can you see? 3419 Q Street. When you add these numbers together, it makes 17. Boom. 17. Also, Georgetown. I mean, George again. George Bush. I'm starting to wonder now, because we're going to go into Tesla in a bit. Me and my dad are like, yeah, you know, that time machine thing. Like, all this stuff. When you look into it, you're just thinking, how did they do this stuff? How have they done this? Like, has someone gone back in time? And, do you know what I mean? Bush family funded Hitler's rise. Yes, they did. You're very right. They did. Because Hitler never died when they said he did. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else. Don't know. So, yeah. So, I'm just, let's pretend I'm cutting stuff out today, because I'm actually not. Because I'm just too excited because Q's back. But yeah, too many coincidences. What was said about coincidences? Was that on one of the new... Oh, I keep forgetting I've got my phone in front of me. I can't look at the Q's. Of course I can. I can look on my phone now. Let me have a butcher's. Because I've not looked properly at them. But I do know about the Hatch Act, and that is absolutely hilarious. I wrote it down because... what was it? Well, I did write it down. And now I don't know what I've done with it. But I'll just wait for the Q thing to download because it's on there. Because the Hatch Act, they thought he couldn't intervene, but he could. And me and my dad thought he would actually drop before the 6th. And he did. Because it's nothing to do with that, even if the Hatch thing is true anyway. And then, oh, I can't move it. And then... Right, my phone's froze. Just let me get it off something else. Skull and Bones Society at Yale. Yes. Yes, there's a lot of people who are in that, aren't they? Like, what's she called? Meryl Streep and him who said F Trump. What's that celebrity called? Him who's supposed to have got a package to his house. John Kerry. There's a lot of them who are Skull and Bones. Let me see if I've got it on here. What was the one about? Right, let me try and go on it again. About the Hatch Act, and they put a letter in, didn't they, saying something about the Hatch Act and Q. Well, I thought Q wasn't real, so why would they be bothered at all? You know, a bit scared that it was Q. Q's not supposed to be real, is it? It's a conspiracy theory, so why would they be bothered? And asking about the Hatch Act, you know, because Q's not supposed to be real, is it? And it's coming out everywhere. I can see it's JFK Jr. everywhere. Research Nikola Tesla and John Trump, Trump's uncle, educational. Yeah, I'm going to mention that video. It was off, Dad, because I've not got through it all yet because it was about 2 hours long. Trump dropped umbrella man, Kennedy assassination. Yes, because, what was I saying? See what I mean about good intentions and keeping the faith? Because at the end of the day, this is what JFK Jr. must have been doing all this time. He's going to be set free now, all this time in hiding. And then I go on it set you free, and then it says, the truth. I know it's backwards. The truth will set you free. Of course it will. I've not seen these. Oh. Why doesn't the media remember this? What is it? Oh, yeah, they won't put that. Oh, right. Is this what he's saying about he's racist? And then they've got this picture. You've probably all seen it. I haven't seen this one. And it says, why doesn't the media remember this? Trump being given the, is it Ellis Island Award for contributing to the conditions of inner city black youth standing alongside Muhammad Ali and is it Rosa Parks? There is truth in memes, truth that destroys the fake news narrative. House of Cards, cute. Oh, it just gets better and better. Seth Rich, more like people. Waxman, I watched the old videos of Trump's uncle. They are eye-opening. They are eye-opening. I'm going to get into that in a minute. I'm just trying to find the one on the... Oh, there it is. The... Q has not violated the Hatch Act. No, he hasn't. It's there if anyone's seen it. It says, why did select senior members of the D Party send a letter to Don, is it McGahn or something, in early October, outlining the Hatch Act violates, referencing, I think that's what it means, Q, question mark, FOIA, underlined, works in this situation, Q. Thought Q wasn't real, so why would they be bothered? Getting a bit scared now, are they? So, I haven't looked much at the Q drops, but he's back and we're off again. So, I did, I was watching, my dad sent me a great video. I'm just trying to find the name of the video. Because I think this all goes into good intentions and being positive anyway, because they must have been to get, you know, to keep going to do this. Alright, I've really messed up all my notes and everything, so let me see. Yeah, I think I have. Right, anyway. So... So, Tesla, like we've talked about Tesla before, because obviously it is to do with Trump. My dad sent me this, my dad sent me this video. Dad, what was the video called? Because I can't find it. Most of us know about the connection between Donald Trump's uncle and Tesla. But I'll just quickly go through it again. Hi, I think Q is Trump himself. Q is a team. It's Trump, JFK Jr., Flynn or whatever, military. It's not one person, it's well, I'm going to go into Donald Trump in a minute because he got asked to come in. This is part of the story. So, I don't think I can make you a moderator. I don't think I can do it on here. Hang on. Let's have a look. No. Did you see China, Russia? They said preparing for war. China and Russia can say what they want because, what is this? Because if they're saying it on mainstream media, it's just rubbish, isn't it? That's what I think. If mainstream media reporting on that, they will say that because that's what they like. I'm eating M&Ms. So, quick rundown. As we know, Donald Trump, uncle John, was like a scientist or whatever he was. When Tesla died, because they were keeping a close eye on Tesla with all his stuff that he knew about, he got the notes and they wanted him to look at the notes to see if there's anything there that they could use, you know, for science or military or whatever with his inventions. And some of them notes, chocolate, some of them notes went missing. And yeah, I wonder where they went missing to. Now, the video I've just watched was very good because it was a guy talking about all this and Tesla, because apparently Tesla, if anyone's gone into the story, is he did the currents, you know, the AC, whatever currents and this, that and everything, all that sort of story with Edison, and Edison stole his currents, tried to make out that Tesla's was bad, Tesla's wasn't bad. He was trying to, you know, Edison was the one who electrocuted elephant and told everybody that it was like Tesla's currents that were bad when his weren't. This, that and the other Maltesers. So anyway, apart from that, when Tesla was putting stuff out, you know, because it was electric and all the stuff he was doing with his inventions, he apparently, let's go in there again, people, got a message from out there, up above, as in alien technology, alien communication. And hi, so that's all out there for you to find. If I can remember if I can find this video for you to go and watch, which might be over there actually, I will let you know at the end what it was. And funnily enough as well, this runs into as well that Maria Orkic, whatever her name is, who was the woman with the long hair who Hitler was interested in, because she said her hair, because he had long hair, what was the group called now? The Vril Society could get in connection. It's like an antennae to, you know, extraterrestrials. So that's where the thing comes in of ET technology with Hitler and stuff like that, flying saucers. People have looked into this. We've all seen about this. Well, if you've looked into stuff like that. Psychic. So she was like a psychic as well, or a medium. Now, this guy talks about Nixon's wife was it. They had psychic people on the military team. Yeah, Vril, the military team as well, because they believed they could get in contact with these, you know, extraterrestrials. China, Russia allies, they have their own deep state, all trying to drain the swamp. Yep, they are. Because Russia's been telling us about the probably false flagging. Is it Syria with the gas thing that they do there? Get ready to do that, because that's what Russia's reporting. You know, trying to keep everyone off the topic that's coming out. And it was a lot to do with Bush. He said something about Bush. Eisenhower. Another thing about Eisenhower, that's about, you know, what he saw. These presidents, Truman, Nixon. They believe Nixon was going to bring out, on disclosure of extraterrestrials. And this is why I keep saying, if you've read or listened to Behold the Pale Horse, this is all in there. It's what the presidents knew. That's why I'm saying this is much bigger. And a lot of the cue drops is to do with the Kennedy family and what the Kennedy family knew, especially JFK Jr.'s dad, and why he got assassinated. So there's all that sort of thing. And it was just interesting because the whole Tesla thing interests me anyway, with the USS, was it Elderbridge, or did the name change? Warship that was supposed to have went invisible, and the sailors on it, soldiers on it, military on it, whatever, got infused on that boat because it was to do with the time, the rip. It sort of, I can't explain it, but it made them get fused onto the boat. Pictures are out there of this, which reminds me of Star Wars when Han Solo was in the cabin, stuck in the thing. It was a bit like that. Also reminds me of, what did I say it reminded me of as well? Oh, Pirates of the Caribbean, when they're on the boat, the Black Pearl, where his dad was like, he said, you become part of the boat, you become part of it, which made me think, they became part of the boat. People were stuck in the boat. You can go and Google that. That was Men in Steel. Yeah, that was what did they call it? The Project Philadelphia, or was it the Philadelphia Project? Which I saw the film the other day, which funny enough, all this stuff came out, and then all these films like Tesla. And people are saying Tesla invented the cloaking, device to cloak things. That's why a lot of people are saying, if we've got extraterrestrials, whatever you want to say, alien technology, whatever, or things flying about up there, space wars, whatever, and they are here, we can't see them because they have a cloaking. Which Tesla was supposed to have done this. It's to do with light and time and stuff, and it changes things, so we can't see them. That's why they say a lot of, when people say they've seen an experiment, they've seen a UFO, they don't know what it is. It's blipped in and out of time because it sort of blips in and come out, or maybe the thing that's cloaking it's sort of not worked and blipped in and blipped out. I don't know. All that sort of stuff, you know, the frequency of it. Also, what was the Tesla thing again as well with something about the visibility thing. Oh, sorry, about the what it goes into as well. I've not seen it all yet. They were talking about Nixon and oh, what was it, Dad? Nixon and the what did he say he had that he'd give Trump? Not a time pod, he actually went to live in New York to ask Trump to be president because I think it was his wife, she was like a medium, she knew what was coming, medium into talking up there. She knew that if Trump got in, Trump was going to win and win well. Tesla, yeah. Time management, yeah, he knew he was going to win and asked him to run, and that's why he stayed in New York, because obviously he wanted to see this happen. And then they reckon in the end, because Bush and all that knew about this highly classified stuff that we're not supposed to know, they didn't want it coming out. That's why a lot of the presidents got assassinated. And Trump has found out about it. Time travel, yeah, and that's why it's funny how that woman, I don't know what her name was, did the prophecy a bit ago, and she was saying Trump looked out of Air Force One and saw flying saucers at either side of him. They tried to assassinate him. It's not worked. They go on about there are devices that can bring planes down. We know that. Haven't brought that one down, have they? And time travel, and this is where it gets interesting because there's just a lot of weird stuff. Dad, what is that? Dad, what is the name of that video? I can't find it. I wrote it down somewhere. Nixon told Trump to run for president. Yeah, Nixon told Trump to run for president. He knows about the UFO thing now. So when he talks about Space Force, it doesn't just mean, some people think, oh, it's just, you know, it just means taking over NASA. Yeah, they are. And he said about new satellites, but they're also preparing, like I said the other week or the other day, whatever it was, I don't know what it was, we're being prepared for a lot more than some people know. It's the tip of the iceberg. But I believe we all need to know. Some people don't think it was coming out. I think it is because it needs to. These presidents have tried to get it out to the people because really we need to know. I just think we are all one. Some people say, oh, the good, the bad. And no, I think they've been helping. There was a guy, and he also talked about someone who was helping that was in a crash, because we reckon that one of the devices that Tesla made could bring the planes down. Because so did it bring some UFOs down? Because we had the UFO crashes in Roswell and in the desert and in other places around the world. And one of these aliens was supposed to be alive, and there's all sort of different stories around that. So and one of them was kept in, I think it was underneath the White House. They kept him safe and he was helping out with certain stuff. Then that goes into the story again of Valiant Thor as well, I think. Valiant Thor, if anyone's heard about that. Yeah, the earthquake machine was only supposed to be small, but it could make earthquakes so buildings could fall down. And also that had helped people like Hillary Clinton in Haiti. Yeah. Oh yeah, we've had a earthquake over there, have we? Or was it man-made? We know, and Annie was also talking about devices from another country that could send like waves over, you know, to do the weather and all that. And I'm thinking, yeah, is this thing in somewhere like where you wouldn't be looking, like Antarctica? Yep, HAP and all that. Oh yeah, starting to make a lot of sense. This I don't know if my dad's gone to find the video, because I am. Let me check. Oh, I know what it was called. It was called, the video, the channel was called, it's coming to me, Dark. Oh, Dad, what was it called? Dark. Not Reporters. Dark. Dark something. Dark Reporters. Dark. That's it. Thanks, Dad. Dark Journalist. Go and check. Dark Night, yeah. Dark Journalists channel on YouTube. And you'll see the one about Tesla. It is long, but it's brilliant, and he's got loads of really other good videos on it. It's absolutely fantastic. If you're into all the Tesla thing and Trump and connecting and this, that and the other, Dolly was asking for you. Yeah, you probably got and found it. So it's just dead interesting, because does anyone believe the thing is, me and my dad were saying today, all this stuff about Q, and when you look into it so much, it's all a coincidence. Like, they met at this place that's being sold, and it's on a street called Q Street, and the numbers add up to 17, which is Q. And all this stuff that is adding up all over to Q, or the number 17, or JFK Jr. We're like, oh my God, like, did they go back in time and make sure that they could put all this in and figure it all out and do all this so they could help people wake up? And it's in Alaska. Yeah, I've heard about that as well. I think there's a few. And help the world wake up, because we need to know this, because it's not also about the spiritualness coming in, and it's all about, well, is that the spiritualness with our connection with extraterrestrials? That's why I think sometimes, would people of religion be really hurt if, I'm not saying this is true, I'm just saying, I mean, this is how I think anyway, if God or angels are just something that, 369, are just numbers, are just beings of light that look different, but it might not mean it's a man with a white beard sitting on a cloud, but it could be light beings that look different just because they've ascended to pure love, if you know what I mean. A bit like the picture I just showed you before. I was saying to my sister today, I believe in God, a source. I call it source, I call it the creator. I believe in that, but I'm not religious. I just see it as something different, and it wouldn't upset me, you know, if someone said, oh, it's not a God like sat on a cloud and he's got but it still is. Yeah, like, if we were from them, maybe they're just so different looking because they're not here in the physical, they're more spiritual, so they look totally different. So therefore we call them aliens, because they are alien to us, because they don't look like the physical, and we don't when we go there. That's how I see it anyway. But you know, all on the same path. No, you didn't care much for Nixon. But that's the thing as well, because there's been so much lies about, like you say, about the Quaker, or there's been so much interference with even secret societies and this, that and the other, because I think they were in secret societies, bloodlines and stuff, but I do believe that some were all right, and they were trying to hold this secret information not to get in the wrong hands, but it got in the wrong hands. So there's always good in people. That's why I said before about the Christian talk before, is there's bad people in that community who act like the good. We know this because it's out there. You know, there's been a lot of arrests in church and things like that. So we know it's in everything. You know, you can have, and they also said, the Greys, and that I will be reading that out again in a minute. When they talk about the pyramid, it's who's at the top of the pyramid. The people at the bottom, and they say that about like the Masons as well, the people at the bottom don't really know. The higher you go, a bit like the celebrities as well, the higher you go, who's at the top, they're the ones that are doing the evilness. They're the ones that are controlling. The people at the bottom don't really know. The higher they get into it, if they choose to go up that ladder, the more they find it hard to get out of this, that and the other. The eye, exactly. The all-seeing eye is the one at the top. There's always one at the top, because the pyramid hasn't got any room for all them lot at the bottom, has it? I'm not throwing that out there, by the way, before someone starts. Dolly hasn't sang. I did sing at the beginning, I think. I'd be singing. Well, that song's been in my head all day today. And what was in my head again today as well? That, I don't know. Yeah, I was singing, Q is back again. Hi from Scotland. Hey, Scotland, the home of Trump's mother and golf courses. Yeah, exactly. Lots of people are unwittingly agents of darkness. Yep. Be prepared to wear some Pampers. Yep. Yep, Helen. giants, and we've had the chat about the giants as well. I should be cutting my bits out here, but I'm not. The giants, you know. Yeah, and do you know what was really funny today when you're listening again? Son's watching telly this morning, cartoon on, and all I heard was, "Oh, we're going to Ireland where the what did they say? Where the something giants used to be." I thought, it's everywhere. Talking about it everywhere. Trump's mum, Trump's mum, McLeod. So Highlander. Has anyone seen the videos on Highlander? They were talking about Trump and Trump's family and Highlander and how all that connects. It's bonkers. It's bonkers. So I don't know, but I just think the Tesla thing. I'm gonna get that book. The Tesla thing's just amazing. Like I said, you've got time travelling. I mean, I just think it's amazing. But like I said, do check out The Dark Journalist, because that video was brilliant, and he's showing you evidence about, you know, what Eisenhower was saying, what Nixon was saying, what JFK was trying to say when he found out and wanted to scatter it to the wind, didn't he? He wanted everyone to know. So, yeah, it was just like really good. My mum and her family are from the same place as Trump's mum. He still has family there. Yeah. So it's interesting. So that's why we have got ties to America people, you know, seeing as that person today doesn't think, you know, you're not allowed to talk about it unless you're American. Chris apologised to me. Why? What? I didn't see anything. I don't know if anyone's into the Tesla thing or looked it up. Hi, because it's just amazing. It is amazing. Yeah, good you have no fear, because that's what they've always wanted us in. They've wanted us in fear of certain things, and sometimes half of it's not even real. They just want you in fear of stuff so you don't find out what you really are, like I've said before. Trump is old school, he is salt of the earth. Yeah, I love old school, that's what I'm saying, I love. But I'm a bit more old-fashioned that way, and I think a lot of that should come back. Yep, Dolly, 33rd degree Freemason. Black Knight Satellite, yeah, I've heard of that. Oh, I am so intrigued by Tesla. It's just amazing when you look into it. If you haven't seen that video, go and check that channel out, The Dark Journalist, because your mouth will drop on the floor. It's just like... I mean, most of what he was saying I was into anyway. I know about, and my dad said, oh, go and watch this because it's well your wavelength. Because my dad is a bit on my wavelength, I think, Dad, but I do go off right down them rabbit holes and right through them, and I'm always like, and anyone can ask my dad, I've always been like this, because obviously it's my dad. I think he knows how I've been throughout my life, but I do just believe in all that, because who can really say they know? But it all makes sense. They knew about stuff. They were getting silenced. Oh yeah, Tony Blair, yeah, we know about him. They're all over, aren't they? But I don't know if the Freemasons set off to be like that. I reckon maybe they were trying to help keep things like the same scriptures of old, you know. And then bad people got in, like, was it Crowley? I don't know. We don't understand the technology Tesla used. No. So it looks like magic, exactly, because I've said before, it looks like magic. Because my dad was saying something about Trump might be shooting something at the migrants, not as in a gun, but as an energy weapon. As in it'll, like a heat energy weapon, it'll make them move. But we all know we're all made of energy, so energy waves and things affect us, as we all know. Wi-Fi and all that. So you can't see it, but you know it's there. Wi-Fi is affecting us all the time. We can't see it, but we know it's there. But I reckon if it can affect us, and they've been putting a current out like Edison, yeah, G5, which is bad, because he electrocuted animals and stuff. Tesla's was good, so they could reverse it and do it like Teslas, so we wouldn't be getting that. That's what I think. The heart business. Yeah. Tesla invented AC power, transmission, and lots of us. You did lots of other stuff. Yeah, Hoover Dam power plant. And like I said, he wanted to make things for humanity, for us to live a little bit easier. They didn't want that. They didn't want us to have free energy and that, because they want us paying for it, as we know. And all that sort of stuff. The ultimate D wave is the rainbow in full colour. So, I just think it's amazing. When you look into it, you're like, wow. Wow. I'm going to read it out again because I just love reading it out. You ready? The pink book's coming out. But this is what I was saying about positivity and having faith. They've had faith all this time, with a little help, it looks like. But at least it's just good people, and they've had the faith, to do this. In 1909, we lost everything. My father caught on, first to the Bilderbergs, then he caught on the NASA. He demanded to know who the Greys were and why they were here. They killed him. I strategically staged my own death, allied with the one person in this world whom I knew was honourable enough to trust the plan and begin to build the plan. Penance is coming. Regardless of what you think, you are not yet awake. You do not know how deep this goes. If you knew, you would never sleep. Many of you would never go on. You need each other. You need every one of you, because that's a bit I'm going to talk about again of the positivity thing. Learn to play nice with each other or be left behind. If one stumbles, pick them up. If one asks a question, give them the answer. This is how we grow. There's no more room in the plan for arrogance and self-importance. If you turn one away, you've hurt the plan. If you hurt the plan, you'll be left behind. We are watching, we see everything. We see all. There is no secret. You would never believe the files kept on every one of you. For that matter, you would never believe where they are kept. Prepare for the next phase. You are one, and where we go one, we go all. And who's R? For anyone that might not know on here, R is JFK Jr. Sorry, I didn't see any of the chat then. It's just moved up. Hi. So that thing about positivity and I'm going to have to write this out properly. It's just shoved in a book. Positivity and that bit on you need every one of you. It's like I was saying, the person who left that comment I was talking about this morning, because my dad said, you don't have to mention it, it's just someone being... I said, no, but I got some lovely comments off you guys, brilliant comments. I thought, no, because it needed to be brought up, because this is how some people are thinking. You need every one of you. That person saying that I can't talk about this because I'm not an American... And I said, no shit, Sherlock. I mean, I think I do know that I'm not American. I am in one sense, And I can't talk about Trump or Q because I'm not American and I'm not a Christian. Or I never said I was a Christian. That I can't be part of the movement sort of thing, what they were saying was a bit like... They said they were a huge Trump and Q supporter. No. Because if you were, you'd know about this. So... Universal soldiers, exactly where it says you need every one of you. Learn to play nice. You need every one of you, because when this all properly hits, and it's going to be hitting for a long time, we need each other to talk to. It doesn't matter you believe in your religion or that religion or this religion. It's going to come into one, because we all need each other, because we're going to need to talk about this. We're going to need to try and get our heads around certain stuff. Some of us are getting our heads around certain stuff. Be open-minded. Don't think that everything you've been told is the absolute truth. It just might be a different way of thinking about certain things. We need each other. This is what this is about. If this person truly followed Q, they would know that we are universal soldiers. We are digital soldiers. Global soldiers, because this thing, the world is watching, exactly that we said, the world is watching. It's not just an American thing. Yes, there's a lot of things that have happened in America with this stuff with Tesla, and he went to America and all this stuff, and thank God for that, and this stuff that's helping the world. But the Anons and all the Patriots, yeah, Space Force, is global. We're all helping each other because the deep state is not just in America, it's everywhere. Space Force, I'm sure people in Space Force are different cultured races and everything, because it's probably a Space Force from around the different people. Do you know what I mean? Worldwide, exactly. It's not just one place to say this is an American story and you're not allowed to be part of it. Well, I'm sorry, the world's part of it, whether you like it or not, because it needed to get out. And for someone to say that, I thought was hilarious, because at the end of the day, I am here being quite patriotic to America and saying I love America and I love Trump and I love JFK Jr., the Kennedys and all that great stuff. I love this country as well and what people are doing in this country, but I'm looking at other things because I'm into other stuff as well. So how can someone say from America I can't be part of this when I'm not saying I hate America and I hate Trump and I hate this and slagging America off. I've been like, oh my God, like this is the greatest thing. You know, the world's joining in, Australia, everywhere. The ones who are following it, obviously. America sets the stage for everyone else. Yeah, I've said that. America sneezes, the world catches the cold. And that's why the world needs to catch the cold, because they need to catch on to what's going on, where most of us are. And there's great people over here doing stuff over here. Connected, I think, same fight, but people are not onto the other stuff, but it's still the same fight. It's got to be woken up somehow, you know. There's got to be the little things kicking off everywhere. This is about our children. Everything comes around back to the... Yes, it does. Everything comes back to the paedophilia and the trafficking of the kids. And also, someone mentioned something about some American paedophile, then people who go after him are trying to get the case opened up over here about, I can't even remember what it's called. There was something that happened over here at a school where these kids went to a school and these kids were abused. These other kids that were brought there, babies and stuff, were abused. And you know that stuff we know about, that people just won't believe, about drinking blood and all that sort of horrible stuff, which I'm not going to go into, because we know. I can't remember the name of the place here in the UK. Hi, something house, or I can't remember, but they wanted to go after them people, because he tried to make out this story wasn't true, and the children were lying about the events that happened. No. And when I watched a documentary about it, or the kids saying it, where they filmed the kids saying what had happened, they acted very normal, because I think they thought it was normal because they didn't know any different, really. You could tell them kids weren't lying. They were just talking like, oh, it was natural, because they didn't know. If you're in a family where things happen and you've been brought up thinking that's normal, you're not going to think it's not normal going to a school where all the teachers and everyone there were just evil, basically. Pretty mad. Yeah. Wow, Texas representing. Yeah, the big Tex. Hang on. Oh, what a shame. Oh, lovely. The shadows are coming in. Oh, also heard, I mean, we know about this anyway. I've also heard, what's that about? That people who, people who, you get people that get paid to be trolls. You get people that just do it because they're bored. They've got nothing else better to do. And then you've got people who, what did they say? Yeah, like people basically, like they pay that go in. Oh yeah, that's what the guy was saying. So the guy was saying on the Dark Journalist about UFOs and all that sort of stuff coming out, that they did that thing where if anyone talks about it on YouTube and stuff like, there's a lot of channels that talk about disclosure, even if some of it's a bit wrong or upside down because they put truth in and lies in and stuff, that they go in and they're the ones that sit in the comments going, oh, this isn't true, what are you going on about? You only make all them comments. So when you go and read all the comments to see what everyone's writing, to see if that sort of changes your mind on if you think that video's telling the truth, they go into decept to try and get people away from it, as we know anyway. Austin is full of people from California. Mm-hmm. Thank you. So, yeah. Cause and effect. CVids, thank you. You'd have to probably put that in comments after this because I'll probably forget. The Hill Country's awesome. Yeah. I don't know if anyone else is thinking, I don't know. If anyone's on the test, I think it's just brilliant. Like I said before, the Q thing before is just Miss Q. The thing with the Q Street thing's just amazing. I was just like, there's another one. They just keep coming. I think I've got a WhatsApp. Oh no, have I? Was it my dad? Oh yeah, I've seen this with there it is again. Hang on. There's the Q, the memorial site of JFK Jr. There's Vincent Fusca and his wife, aka JFK Jr. There he is. There's the Q. And finding all the pictures, you just find the pictures and stuff off Google everywhere, YouTube, Twitter, everywhere. When you go digging, you find lots of stuff. I mean, this is obviously a video. There's Vincent. These pictures are all over Google, people. Watch the face. Oh, I thought he was moving that one. It's not. There he is. That's a recent one. Bit of stubble on, bit of makeup on, fedora hat. His dad wore a fedora hat. Boo. Boo. You're going down. Q. I mean, for that to be a Q. Oh, that picture. I know that's back to front writing. There he is, showing the van off because the van had signs on it. There's the Q again. Hands, people. The shackles are coming. Oh, the shackles have been taken off us. There it is. Junior and Trump, Batman and Robin. George the magazine. Putting it out there about the bushes. Oh, there's the Witch of the West. Oh, there he is. There's the Trumpmobile. I've gone through this a few months ago about what was on that Trumpmobile. Follow the white rabbit. There he is. What's that representing? The Twin Towers to me. I'll talk about that after. Those Twin Towers. That's what it was representing, the Twin Towers there, I think. There he is in Pennsylvania. The movement will go on. There he is recently. Elite. Dangerous. There he is. Watch the face. Oh, I thought he was moving it again. Trumpmobile. Hunting season. Oh, yeah. There's his son. Looks exactly like him. God is love. At the end of that video, God is love now. Isn't that what I've been saying? I haven't seen that. Isn't that what I've been saying? God is love. Thank you. Sorry, I just had to show you that because it just got sent. So, yeah, I'm trying to think what else about Tesla and that. If there's any trolls in here, I haven't seen any. There probably is. You know, the shadow people like to come in when you're talking about things that, you know, they don't like. But yeah, I'm just still on a whoop whoop. You know. But it looks like disclosure may be coming after all about certain things, and that's been here a very long time. So why can't we have disclosure on stuff that's been here a very long time? Some people aren't going to like it, but the thing is, there's a lot of people out there that have seen things in the sky more now and before where we go when we go out, and we know. Even if they didn't, we know, because I think they're showing themselves more anyway. We know. So what is the point? We know you've got technology. We know you've got all this hidden technology. We know you've got medicines and stuff and things that can help people from diseases that a lot of them are man-made anyway. We know about this. So, like, just let it out, because we know it's getting a bit, you know, pathetic now. We know. Check your WhatsApp. I have checked my WhatsApp down. I've just put the film. I've just played that thing that you've just sent me. I've just played it. Or have you sent another one? Oh, last one. Oh, yeah. Get ready for this picture. Now, this is not a very good picture of him. I don't know if it's done on purpose, because the way he's holding his head, you know, think about certain angles. I know this from taking pictures. Certain angles, you can make your face look slimmer. You know, if you start filming from up here, I've done it before, you think, oh God, why did I film from down there? You'll look like you've got double chins. If you film this way, well, from high up, your face will look longer. So this picture of JFK Jr. is not a very good picture of him and his hair, and I don't believe that is his hair, because we know he's been in a bit of disguise and stuff like that. But you know the stripy tie we were saying earlier on? This is a recent one, people. It's not, I know you can't see, it's not a very good picture, but the way he's taken the picture is not very good of him there, but it's a Vincent Fosca picture. Look at the faces. He's like, yes, I'm here. We've heard about the 22nd of November. You know, so that was a great picture. No, love isn't always on time. We've had to wait. We've had to be patient for this one. People have got hurt, this, that, and the other, and worse. You know, do you think that JFK Jr. is going to come out? Yeah, well, they're reckoning, everyone's saying on YouTube land, that the 22nd of this month is when he comes out, because that's the anniversary of his dad's assassination. It's supposed to have been said that they're having a Trump rally, sort of family rally or something, with Trump and the Kennedys on the 22nd. And let me see if I can find the picture. I think I've got it somewhere. I think my dad's on again. Let me find that. I took a picture of this on someone's video. See if I can find it. There it is. Right, the writing's the wrong way round, obviously, but if you can see this, it says November the 22nd at POTUS Rally in Dallas, where Dallas will be the big reveal, JFK Jr. and family. Dallas, because obviously the 22nd in Dallas, JFK assassination. Because it's got to be done this year. It's not going to be another year. We're not going to be waiting until after Christmas. We're going to have a great Christmas because it has to be done now, because people are knowing about it. It's got to come out, because then the whole thing when that drops is everything else will drop about the other stuff, and everyone will be like, oh my God, like it's got to come out now, because that's why it's been preparing us, and things have been dropping and people are all talking about it, whether people believe it or not. Wish I was 20 years younger, time travel. Yeah, you never know. That you could go back and be 20 years younger. Oh, well, that's up to you, like I said. My father-in-law was there with the No, JFK's dead. We're not talking about JFK. JFK's dead. JFK Jr. isn't. We're not talking about JFK. It was his assassination on the 22nd. So they're getting together because it's an anniversary. I didn't say that. Listen. It's not. We know JFK's dead. We're talking about JFK Jr. JFK Jr. is alive and well. That's who I've just been showing you pictures of. Yeah, the 22nd is Thanksgiving Day in US. Yes. Heard that as well. Can't find, well, where is it? I will read that again. November the 22nd at the POTUS Rally in Dallas will be the big reveal of JFK Jr. and family. The big reveal on the day of his dad's assassination anniversary. And then a couple of days after, a few days after, on the 25th, it's JFK Jr.'s birthday. Like it said, 58. Would he have been 58 this year? That's what it says up there. Like it said at the Trump rally when Vincent Fusk was there last year on his van about the resurrection of JFK Jr. I think it was 58, which is this year. So he's coming out this year around his birthday. Or maybe it'll be yeah. So I didn't say JFK, I said JFK Jr. So, yeah, Junior went in his plane with a cast on his leg. Wouldn't have been flying with a cast on his leg. Research. Go and look at the bodies that they apparently found, the dummies, Navy SEAL dummies. This is why some people are going to be shocked. Not researching people. Supposedly died. Supposedly, within so many hours, they did the, on the bodies. You don't do it that quick. Cremated. In their family, they don't get cremated. He got buried at sea, so you wouldn't be able to dig his body up to see if he was there anyway. And there was 17 people on the military boat where he supposedly had a burial at sea. He is alive. Of course he's alive. You only need to go and see the videos at the rallies. His wife's there. His kids are there. They're all there. Plain as day. Right in front of your face. He's been in the background at the organisations. He's been there. Whatever you call it. He's been the guy, the security guy pulling his thumb. He's had many disguises. It has been, where's Waldo? Where's Wally over here? It has been absolutely amazing. Amazing. Ah, is that what you think it is? Ashes in the Tiffany boxes. Someone said they thought it was a silver, it was meant to be a silver picture frame, and some people saying they reckon it might have had a picture of JFK Jr. in it, and that's why, if anyone saw that video, I don't know if Kellyanne Hub News did it, where Big Mike, Michelle Obama, she saw him and he looked and kissed her and she went, "It's you," like that, because they were giving a picture. Oh, it's just hilarious. Yeah. I think something's coming this month. Yeah, they said Seth Rich might be. Dad? Dad's telling me not to eat on camera. I'm like, I've just got a few M&Ms, Dad, and I'm like, they're looking at me. America first and then the world. How will they explain this to the average American without chaos? This is why Q came out, to try and keep the chaos down a bit. But I think really, you're going to want to sit and listen, aren't you? You're going to need a holiday and sit down and listen to the story. Everyone would be interested in listening to it. Well, they're just going to have to be abruptly woken up, really. And that's why it says in the thing, you all need each other, because you are going to need to be all talking to each other, your neighbours and everything, and people who don't know. If you're living next to someone who's not awake and then they find this out and they've heard you say maybe snippets of things like, "Oh, weren't you talking about that? What's been going on then?" You know, they didn't believe you at first. You're going to be helping them to understand what was going on, even though they're going to find out. But then at least they know they've got someone to talk about it all. This weekend, get your popcorn. Expect big false flag to change narrative. Exactly. Because the Russians have reported that they're doing things in Syria to get a big false flag out. And I'm sure there'll be other stuff, because this is what they do, you know, before the, midterms. I try red pill, I'm an utter, till proved right. Exactly. We're all nutters. 2 more new cues. Let me have a look. That's what I say. I'm a nutter till I'm proven not to be nuts. But the best way to actually be is to actually be nuts, because we're expanding our thinking instead of not expanding our thinking. 2 more cues. Yeah, dark chocolate's nice, actually. Yeah, M&M's with almonds, yeah. Nuts or whatever. I'm racist because, yes, I haven't got my white chocolate. So, yeah, going back to the intentions, why I'm waiting for that to load. If anyone's interested, you just get a board, or you could have paper on the wall, and you just stick all your cuttings out of what you'd like to bring into your life and stick it somewhere where you can see it. And you can just keep adding to it. You don't have to do it all in one day. I'll probably show you mine as it's going. I'm going to find a few pictures. I should have been doing that now, but I've got a bit distracted. And sticking them on there. Because if you've got things around your house that you can see, like, being positive, if you've got things around your house that, I'll get back into chat in a minute. If you've got things, because I was supposed to be talking about this, if you've got things in your house that you love, and you've got things like a vision board, you can see things, it's reminding you when you're feeling maybe a bit down, look at that picture, and you've got like quotes around your house, lovely quotes that remind you to be positive and to get back thinking of your intentions that you want to send out that day, because you've got to do it every day. It will help you feel better. Like I said ages ago, I knew someone when I went in the house, they just had like not much, and it wasn't not much as in they didn't have money to buy stuff. I just mean the house didn't feel homely, because they liked it sort of very, very minimalistic, but as in it just felt empty, like no family pictures, it just felt cold. And they said they were on their own at the time, they said they felt very lonely when they went home. Like, I don't with my stuff in my house, pictures of family and certain things, it makes me feel homely, but they said they felt depressed and they felt lonely at home. And I thought, well, you would, because there's nothing, you haven't got anything in your house that reminds you of something, or little, I know some people don't like trinkets, but things that hold memories that make you smile when you look at things, you should have stuff like that around, Peanut butter cups. I like peanut butter. My lovely new friends gave me a pic. Love like you've never been hurt. I love my... Yeah, I've got... I'm going to show you, actually. This is the sort of stuff I mean. And you can make these yourself, you know. You don't have to buy. My son and daughter-in-law have positive sayings all over the house. Yeah, you should do that. It's brilliant. So I've got them up there. See, I've got the heart again. Hearts, hearts, hearts. One says, be thankful. I have to stand up here to do it. Be thankful, do your best, always tell the truth, help others, laugh out loud, please and thank you, work hard, try new things, love one another, say your prayers, keep your promises, listen, speak kindly and smile. And then the other one says, this one down here says, love is all you need. And then obviously, I've shown these before, I have hearts all over the house. All over the house. This big shiny one. Also, this on the wall, I love this saying, says, I know it's back to front, a house is made of bricks and beams, a home is made of love and dreams. So when you've got stuff that's positive around your house and you can see it when you're feeling a bit down, it's going to make you feel a lot better. And as I said, watching people and stuff that make you laugh, good comedies on TV, people who make you feel positive when you're watching them on programs or YouTube or whatever it is. Yeah, love is the key, is, you know, to have them things around you. It doesn't mean you have to, and this that I made. Remember this that I made? Talking about arty art. Made out of dried flowers that I collected last year. It says love, but it is actually dried flowers. So you can write with dried flowers. So if you keep positive, you know, I've got family pictures up there. If you keep positive pictures and sayings, quotes around your house, it will make you feel better. If you've got a dreary house and you don't let the light, in my house is quite light, that's why I like the walls to be white, and then you can change up a bit easier. Letting fresh air in, plants and flowers, they have fell off at the minute and they are coming back because that's why I love orchids, they fall off and I'm getting new little buds on because they come back quite quickly. I love orchids and they don't take a lot of looking after, a bit of spritz with water. Get plants in your house, they make you feel good. Make sure you've got positive things in your house and you're watching positive things, like I keep saying. Some people say, don't have loads of trinkets and things around your house. If you've got something, you know, people, mums are like, chuck it out. And I'm like, yeah, but it holds memory. It makes me smile when I look at it. So that's what you need. Dolly, do you think that JFK Jr. and Trump are prophets from the big house in heaven, or are... It is in the prophets and it is in the scriptures and certain things, but I can't explain what I mean, but I think life is a cycle and I think they've been told certain things and looked at certain things because this cycle comes in, and I think that's how prophecies work. A lot of people know from looking in Divinely Guided, looking in the Bible, because that's like a book of guidance of what happens every so many thousands of years. It's in there, but some people in the religious community, I don't mean you lot who are religious, but have tried to twist the Bible so it's keeping some of you in fear about certain stuff and telling you lies about, this is evil, when it's not. Like these sort of things, you know, like I've got the oracle cards, not the tarots, but the oracle cards, and certain stuff, like I've said this yesterday, astrology and stuff like that is evil. Well, it's not evil. It's where we're all from, sort of, you know. If the heavens are above, we're all from there. I do think, though, above is a bit like below. As above, so below. As within, so without. The waters below are the waters above. I do believe. Stars work on frequency and light and shine a lot in the Dr. Emoto thing. I can't explain it properly. So if there's like celestial bodies in the heavens, planets and stars, I think there's like celestial angely things in the sea, which some people sort of see as, who are those, dolphins and things like that. I know it sounds mad, dolphins and whales and stuff like that. Sounds mad, but dolphins are very intelligent, aren't they, and loving. The final trump, the final trump, the final trumpet. I think Jesus will come soon after the truth is released. Yeah, some people are saying that. I see it in a different way. I see divine in a different way, sort of same way, but a little different. Yeah, alien. Because to me it would look alien, the source, you know, of what we all are. So, and I think they've been hiding that from us. Fifth World, did you actually see my picture before of the man is the dream of the dolphin? Oh. Did the Fifth World see my picture before? I can't remember if I put it on YouTube. Maybe I did. I can't remember. I think I sent it to YouTube. I've not got a clue if I actually... Yeah, the final battle, because we're ready for rebirth. And then it'll happen again. We'll be all right for a bit, and then it'll creep in again, and then we'll go... the next ones to come will go through this whole thing again. Maybe we'll be the ones helping them up. We'll be up there this time helping them, if you get what I'm saying. Did you see it? No, I've got it here, look. See if you can figure out what I thought it looked like. Body, wings. That was in the sky today, walking to school at cloud formation. I was like, whoa, it looks a bit like an angel. I thought it looked like an angel, and it actually looked better, not on camera. It actually looked better in real life. There were the other clouds round, and then there was this that was like, and I was like, ooh. Can you see? You know, as if this was like a dress, and the head up here, and there's the bit that looks like a hand. Looks like an x-ray. Yeah. It looks a little bit different on camera. It looks actually better than... you know. Well, what was Julian Assange saying about chemtrails, whatever, when he was saying about the evil dust that affects people? Oh, better not eat on camera. The evil dust that affects people. I thought, does he mean chemtrails? Yeah, well, I think when people talk about cloud formations and stuff like that, people said, oh, they've seen things in... sylphs, yes, I know about the sylphs, yes, heard of the sylphs, but yes, I have, I've watched them spread out. They're not normal clouds, and I don't mean chemtrails, they're just very wispy, which is what I imagine, did I take a picture? Is what I imagine spirit form to look like, because, let's see if I've got a picture of like wispiness, divine particles are coming there. Yeah, because DNA, because I think, the frequencies and things can change things, so they could be able to change form of clouds, if you know what I mean. If they affect things up there, the elements and that. Let's see if I've got the picture. I'm not sure. Yeah, making fake bombs, yeah. Don't know if I've got the picture. No, it was off a video, and it was like the wispiness coming out. It just looks... no, I've got pictures, actually. Now, there's a guy who did a book on fairies and stuff, and I have like oracle cards with these from ages ago. These remind me of the funny little trolley things. They're a bit funny looking from the Labyrinth, but on the other side, I'll show you some pictures how I see like soulless, see? No, it's got a face there, but you see how wispy it all is? The sun. Like this sort of thing. Like this. I saw some Chinese, they were in a aeroplane, they were doing something on the firmament, and what did they call them? I can't remember, when lightning hit and all this stuff comes out and it looks like that sort of stuff. Light beings. So if light beings, see, that could be an alien, that could be a light being, that could be spirit passed over, light source. So to us, that would look like an alien, even though it could be us passed on. We've ascended to a light being. So yes, that would look very different to us, but if you get what I'm sort of saying, that's how I see what I think, like, sort of like, see, they've got a lot of fairy pictures on this. Where's some of the ones? Look at these little pictures. Who knows? Has anyone in here heard of Kundalini? I have heard of Kundalini. I was looking into it. I've heard so many people say, oh, it's bad. Oh, it's awakening this. It's good, it's bad. I mean, who knows, unless you've got info on it. Yes, I have. Because I hear some people say it's good, it's bad. Like, they always say something's bad, don't they? Because they don't want you to know about something. Like they were saying yoga was bad because they don't want you to be enlightened to anything, do they? Because they want to be the enlightened ones, keeping it to themselves. Yeah. I have a dolly, still hasn't seen my angel that I captured flying. I think I have seen it. Was it the I don't know if I was looking at the right video. Was it the pink sort of shaped, the pink light thing that was flying? I think I did. Was it that one, or was that not that one? Yeah, they will block stuff. If you're putting truth out there, they will block you. That's why sometimes you get a lot of trolls in as well, because they try and put people off, talking about stuff. I just think God, Jesus would just be, it just is. That's what they say about spirit coming into one. We're coming into one. The physical is, we're just all one. That's what I think anyway. They are scared and in the dark. They've never given us the full truth. No, they've never given us the full truth at all. That's why I said it's so hard to talk about certain things, because people say, oh, this isn't right, that isn't right. Well, we're all going to have different opinions, aren't we? Because we haven't been told the truth about everything. We're starting to find out snippets and resonating with certain people on certain channels, and resonating with certain films and certain stuff when they put stuff out, because we know. Sky spirits known as sylphs. Yes, I know about that. Seen pics. Yeah, do you believe they're real? Well, that thing about attacking the chemtrails, when I've seen chemtrails when we had them, because we've not been getting them much now, I don't think, or at all, it would spread out and someone say they were the chemtrails, but the chemtrail that I saw and this thing that looked like a sylph, the more wispy, then that chemtrail went away and it was like, So, and that one that I took a picture of, that was a bit wispy. So, who knows? Like I said, we haven't been told the truth, so no one can really say yes or no, that's right, or this is definitely wrong, because at the end of the day, we have not been told the truth. Yeah, they say that and then they come and move them. So, no, we haven't had them for a while. Not like before. I know you lot in America got a lot more than us. Yours are like crisscrossed everywhere. But I have a lot of planes over here and I used to see them. Oh, I haven't looked at the new queue, have you? You saying new queue, and I'm like, yeah, I've not looked. So like I said, I'm going to finish my... I've got to finish my shed picture off because this was supposed to be like a bit of an art thing. I'm going to finish that off, my watercolour painting. I'm going to start cutting bits out for my vision board, get that go. Oh, you could have JFK Jr. and everything. I'm doing, so if anyone missed this before, remember, is JP still on? Remember I got asked to do the Warrior of Light, or whatever it was, the warrior with holding a flower and a shield. I've even shown them former CIA Director John Brennan admitting that they're doing it, but they just laugh. What was that? There it was, if anyone didn't see it before. This bit was out of a magazine, but all the rest of it, all this was collaged in, but the legs and the face I drew in, and the feet with the angel wing boots. So that was the Warrior of Light with a flower, the moral compass there, you know right from wrong, the heart on the shield, and it says Sweet Dreams on it as well. I just thought it was really cute, because I will be doing some pictures like this on some of my art journals that I'm going to make to sell as well, where you can do your own art journal in that, because this is where this channel is going to go when I'm not getting distracted by certain things. And the next one I'm doing, if anyone came in a bit late, Miss Cuniverse. It's all art universe. It's a universe, your universal song. That's why you need to be on the frequency of the universe, because we all, you know, we're all of a light frequency, and you need to be on that frequency of the universe, your universe. I'm doing Down the Rabbit, so I'm doing a rabbit collage. I've started it. It looks a bit weird at the minute with the cue clock, tick tock boom, where we go one, we go whoa. So I will be showing you that when I've finished it. That's a bit of a big one. So yeah, I'm going to do my cards in a minute. I always do that at the end. But yeah, I've just, where is my... The universe, what was I saying the other day? All right, Dolly, guess what? I'm going to start some art. Yes, start some art. Be great. You could show it on your channel as well. The universe is one verse. That's why we're coming into one. The universe, one song, song of love. Duality coming into one. Yeah, universe. You've got to get in the verse. The verses of the frequency of love and light, people. Dolly, is your fab dad online at the moment? He was in before. He's probably fell asleep. I don't know. He might be having a drink. He was on. Sometimes he sits lurking. He was. And like I said, I will be getting my Q poem printed out at some point with maybe some artwork behind it when I actually get round to doing it. And I really need, maybe should try and do a collage of them as well, I don't know. So, I've still not even looked at the, I'm getting distracted again, not looked at the, right, cards, people. Let's do some cards before I go. Dolly, paint me in the blue bonnet. What do you mean, no making card with your art? So let's see what pops out today. Multiverse, not uni. Universe, your universe. Your verse, as in verse, song, one song. Spirit coming into physical, one song, one love. Yeah, I do believe about the Antarctica stuff. Not definitely sure what, you know, we've talked about what's it called? Advanced civilization and all that sort of stuff. I said we just want to know, don't we? You know, what giants roam the earth and all that, dragons, you know, were they dinosaurs? We just need to know the truth, that's all. One verse leads to one chorus. Oh, nearly. Try again. Thank you. JJ Jedi. What a good name, Jedi. May the Force be with you. What force? That force of energy. May the Force be with you. The force that we should know about. The powerful force. Can I marry someone in England and be a citizen? Why, where are you from? Poland? Was it Poland? I think so. Yeah, it'll pop out in a minute. My way of doing it is I wait till a card pops out. It normally jumps out. Ooh! Flew out. Assurance. I think we had that the other day, see? Don't need to keep doing it. I don't do it all the time because assurance. Assurance. Just climb over the fence. Yeah. Just climb over the fence, you know. Someone said today, did you see Trump's speech at my son's nana? Oh, he said that if anyone comes over, Trump said he's going to shoot them. Well, no, he didn't. He said he did. He went, I don't think he's going to shoot them with bullets. I think they've got some sort of weapon, I think. Right, I'm going to actually read this. I don't normally read from the book, but just let's see what the assurance says in the book. It says, remain steady and be assured you are doing exactly what you are supposed to do. You might be seeing small signs. Well, no shit, Sherlock there. Sorry, I love saying that. Small signs that things, situations and desires are just beginning to fall into place. Your focus and skills are intact. You will feel motivated in work areas and therefore make good inroads on your usual work. New ways of dealing with things will occur to you. Fresh perspectives will appear, and as a result, your life will move towards harmony and balance. This is for all of us, by the way. Trust yourself. You have everything you need. Oh my God! Who says that? Q. We have everything. We have everything. So, yeah. They're always right every time I read them out. And that jumped out of the deck. So, yes. You know what I mean? See, unity, assurance. Yeah. Yep. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. And our song over here to Tommy Robinson is, if anyone's heard it, where they play it as How They Rule Ya, How They Rule Ya, How They Rule Ya, How They Rule Ya. Because that's what they've been doing to us. So I always leave that card out. High on the hill is a lonely goat. Doodle-doo-doodle-doo-doo. Is somebody in? Chills. What you chills? Yeah, Tommy Robinson, yeah. Yeah, so that's why I love my cards, because that's another way of, they say these are evil. They're not. It's your intuition. It's yourself, yourself already knows what's going on, so you just sort of pulling, I don't pull the cards out, they just jump. You singing, what rubbish. But that's why I love these ones, because they're called Nature's Whispers, and there's nothing evil about nature. The oracle cards, Angelina Hartfield and Josephine Wall, brilliant. Got these off eBay or Amazon ages ago. Absolutely beautiful artwork. I'm just going to show you a few for them who might not have seen it, because it's so evil. So evil. This is me. I love these sort of pictures. Lots of meaning in the pictures. Lots of different things in the pictures. Oh, there's assurance again. Is that assurance? Yeah, I need to keep that one out. I want to keep it out. Beautiful pictures. Dolly can sing. No, not really, but you know, try. Like, you know. So keep trucking people, as we like to say, you know. Keep positive, people. It is coming. We've had to wait, but good things come to those who wait, and we've waited patiently, and it's been hard because of all this stuff of friends think you're mad, family think you're mad, everyone thinks you're mad. It's very frustrating to try and talk to people when they're not on the same wavelength. How many types of nail polish have you got? Lots. And it's gel polish. Gel polish. Lots. But yeah. Sevenfold, yeah. We're all doing it around the world. I'm seeing daily more and more people in the UK waking up as well, because I've had a lot of really positive people commenting on here. I do actually think I've got a few more subscribers than I think. I have. I've seen it going up and down. I'm like, oh, what's going on? But yeah, we are certainly patient. That's why a lot of people have fell off. Before I go, that is why a lot of people have fell off the plan and trusting the plan, because it's been like, nothing's happened, and this hasn't happened. A lot's happened behind the scenes, we know that. But if you go back to the Q posts at the beginning, it's actually happening right now, what they said then, as it was in the Q post that have just come on yesterday. What was it, today or yesterday? Where it said 2017, what he said, and then POTUS has tweeted it. It's all happening now. We've all got it. We've stuck that bread in the oven. It's being baked. It's here. So hold on, people. It's coming. Get ready, because we know, and we're trying to wrap our heads around it. But remember, those that don't know at all, it's going to be hard again, because we're going to have to help them. And that's going to be destroying for some people, and it's probably going to re-upset us, because I get upset when people are upset. So it's going to be hard, if you know what I mean. Thank you. And like I said, it's a worldwide thing. It's not about whose religion is what. Believe in what you want to believe in. I've told you what I believe in. It doesn't mean you have to believe in it, but the biggest thing is love, positivity, compassion, caring, being kind for others, no matter what colour skin you've got, what race you are, be it here or up there, what religion you've got, where you live in the world, black or white, Chinese or whatever. We all need to come together, because we live on this earth. We share it with each other, and we shouldn't really be in a world that is fighting, because I think we've had enough of this. I think we've learned a lot of lessons over this time. This is why I'm saying I believe it is a cycle. These things happen, it will happen again. Yeah, we need to save us. There are things coming in that are saving us, because if you look into the Tesla thing, there are, but they want us to help us save ourselves as well. Stop sitting on your ass and let's get going, meaning helping people. It's not all just about the fight that some people are on. If we have to fight, we will fight, but there's also a fight in the spiritual, as in being kind to people as well and helping them, you know, that sort of stuff as well, because it's all about love. We know a lot of people globally, the mainstream media is a problem. We're in a war with them. They're projecting their propaganda. They're saying in other countries, oh, they're like this, they hate you in that country, we hate you over there. No, we don't. No, we don't. And the people in them countries know what's going on as well, because we know there's a global movement of this truth movement, and they know. And they know the good things that Trump is doing. The other people who don't know that is because they're too busy watching mainstream media and believing everything they put out about Trump is bad, when we know it's not. And the biggest thing we're fighting for is the kids, our kids, other people's kids, kids around the globe. They are going down because, you know, justice for all those innocent people who have been killed. Kids, adults, everything. You know? So, yeah. I don't know if it I sort of believe like it might be a cycle. It might be our last cycle. Some of us might be still on a cycle. Our last cycle, we go, then maybe there's another cycle, and then we ascend and there's another cycle. I don't know, that sort of thing. That's how I sort of see it. Like, yeah, we made it to completion, yeah. You know, who knows? But we just know the key is love at the end of the day, you know, becoming one. So, fear is hard to overcome, but if you know in your soul that when you die, you are truly born, you have, exactly, we do. We live on. That's why they say past ones, like past loved ones. Why do they say the word past? Because you've passed over to the next phase, the next level, the next density, the next whatever. You've passed over, gone somewhere else. You're just not in the physical, you're in the spiritual. So, you know. Anyway, see you soon. Most likely be tomorrow at some point. Because I'm tired again. New Jerusalem, exactly. I just think weekend's going to be a good one, people. So, yeah. So, like I said, if you want to do the vision board, you can do it on paper. This is just a pin board, actually. A plastic pin board that I got quite cheap. And you just glue your pictures on of anything that you want to come into your life. And just make sure you sort of... Sometimes it's not like you have to stare at it. You'll just catch... Your eye will catch it and it goes in your subconscious. So, you know, it'll be put out there. What Tesla stuff we are gifted with the words, we don't have to end up using a fist. Exactly. A bit like, before we go, a bit like, what do you call it, Martin Luther King. We're fighting for our kids' generation and the next generations. Martin Luther King, thank you, Black Mirror. Martin Luther King, you know, when they went with the cannons and everything, the water cannons, they weren't being aggressive, it was civil. Then people got to see what they were doing, what the mainstream media and what, you know, all the people involved with that were doing to that movement. Because they could see, like a lot of things over here, and Trump and the Democrats going on at Trump, the Trump movement isn't violent, but the Democrats are. So it's the same thing. Same thing. Cycle again, we've got that thing going on again. Fighting for humanity, thank you. That is what we are fighting for. You are my tribe. Good. We're all in it together, and that is the biggest thing. Fighting for the kids and that. We're fighting for humanity. It's not one country around the world. We're fighting for humanity. All the kids around the world, everyone to be living equally, as in no one should be starving around the world, like I've said. No one should be living in poverty. We all should be helping our communities and each other to thrive. Not, I'm better than you, you're better than them, you're higher up, you're a hierarchy. No, we're all equal and we're all one. So therefore, all this bullshit, of people starving and this, that, the other, that half of that, a lot of that we know has been man-made. It shouldn't be like that. In this day and age, it should not be like that. We have all this technology, you know, wherever it's from, to help us grow food in certain countries that might not be able to grow food. All this stuff is out there and they've kept it from us because they want people dying and certain things for certain agendas and this, that and the other. So there's absolutely no need for it. So, yeah, win and win bigly. So with that, where we go one week go all, and I shall see you soon. And get some popcorn in, guys, because that's what I think we're going to need. Bye.